Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. You'll notice I've got my warm and fuzzy lined robe on today. Again, sometimes I sneak out of my robe cycle and I wear them whenever I feel like it, because some days I want to be warm and cozy and they don't. I'll come up on a robe that isn't necessarily warm and cozy and I need to feel warm and cozy. This is where I chat about my transition from the brick and mortar world of real businesses to the online world of business. Got a couple of things going on that are really fun and really interesting. And I call this one Women because yesterday I spent quite a bit of time working on the Women's Summit, and I will be doing that again today. I haven't even checked my messages today or gone on to see. Yesterday I got 147 different women contacting me about being speakers for the Women's Summit. Now, I already decided that it was going to have to be more than one summit. So I've already broken into at least the first three topics and themes or main focuses of the first three summits, probably four, because it's looking like the fourth one's already lining up to have speakers ready for it. And I had some challenges yesterday technologically getting the survey or the questionnaire out to different speakers, because of course Facebook, after I shared it with about 10 or 20 people, said, yeah, no, this is spam, you don't get to share this anymore. So I had to stop doing that. So I have to get everybody's email, and then I have to send them it via email, then have them fill it out. One lady, for some reason, it would never fill out for her and submit, so she submitted it in a different format. And part of my thinking of creating a Google document to get the basic information for everybody was so that I had a foundational amount of information for everybody, as I can decide then, how do I use everybody's talents the best? What order do we put the speakers in? What makes a natural flow for the particular topic that we're doing? And then what speakers are right for what actual summit? Because some people are perfect for the summit on money because that's just what they do. Other people are perfect for the summit on mindset. Some are perfect for the summit on growing and supersizing your business. Some are perfect for the summit on customers. And I want to be able to have a basic information flow so that I know who to put where to best serve the women that are listening to the various summits, and to make sure that the first one's a success so that we do the second and the third and the fourth, and how many ever we decide makes sense for it. But so far, it's looking for sure like we'll be doing 3 or 4. The first one, of course, is going to be all about customers, anything customer related. How to get customers, how to find customers, how to keep customers, how to interact and build relationships with your customers, how to communicate with your customers. Anything customer related is the main focus of the first summit. I have been bouncing around ideas for the hook, or what the theme. We use theme to describe very many different things. That's a weird thing about the English language, is we use the same word to mean so many different things. So when I say theme, I mean, what would like a fun, interesting theme be for the overall Women's Summit platform? And then we could actually have a theme or a fun, like people have themed parties, a theme for each different Women's Summit. So I'm trying to decide if we want to do that or if we want to just keep it simple. I think it's more fun if you have a theme of some sort. And I'm also working on the structure of, okay, we do the summit, we present these ideas, and my gut wants to say, okay, as soon as we're done with it, let's do a challenge of some sort, either a 5 or a 10 or a 30-day challenge that people can get involved in, so they actually apply and implement what they learn in the summit. I think that's the critical piece that's so often missing, is how do we help people actually do what it is we're telling them and we're talking about? Because we know it works, but sometimes we need to hold people by the hand and show them step by step by step. This is exactly how you can make it work for you. And this is the process. The process is 80 to 90% of what it takes to be successful. But you have to apply that process. And if you don't apply your 10 or 20% of effort and apply and take action toward the process, you might as well not even know the process, because you're going to get the same results. Goose eggs, nothing. You're not going to get any results. So I'm thinking about, how do we make sure that people actually take action on the things and consume the information and use the information to benefit themselves and their business? Because it's the only reason I'm doing the summit, is so that people can improve their business, improve their life, and get what it is that they want. So I'm working on that. So I have to get in touch with all the rest of the speakers. And like I said, I haven't touched my phone today because I know a bunch of people have sent me emails that I need to send them the form for. And then I need to try to figure out why are the one or two people, I think I've had 2 people total that haven't been able to use the form. Now I've got dozens of forms already filled out, so I don't think it's a system. I think there's something else glitching there that's making it so that they're not able to submit it. So I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll figure it out. I'll figure that out today. One thing about projects is it's all about going with the flow of the project and knowing that obstacles and problems are going to come up and that you'll figure out the answer. I have been, excuse my throat, I've gotten a cold. I have been working on a strange Instagram glitch for about a month now. It might even be longer because it seems like forever. But when I'm at home in my house, I will record a video on Facebook Live, download it to my computer, then I upload it to other places, including Instagram TV. Well, for the last month, being able to do that has been hit or miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If I go somewhere else, like to my mother-in-law's house, my ex-mother-in-law's house, or to someone else's office or somebody else's IP address, it works fine. So what I'm trying to find out is there a way that somebody could have messed up my IP address that's preventing or blocking that from happening? But it's only happening on Instagram TV, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Logically, it doesn't make sense since Facebook Live and Facebook and Instagram are connected. It should be a seamless flow from one to the other of information. Yet, it is not. It goes one way. It goes Instagram to Facebook, seems to work fine, but Facebook to Instagram is still a challenge. Now, I know with 100% certainty, I will figure that out because I have overcome literally thousands of challenges over the last year and a half as I have moved from the offline brick and mortar world to the online world. Thousands of things have come up. Some things I figure out right away. Other things have taken me like weeks to figure out. I remember going through the certification program with ClickFunnels, and there was stuff that I was brand new to online stuff and brand new to ClickFunnels and brand new to building websites and funnels. So I didn't get a lot of the stuff that we were learning in the program. Things that were super easy for other people that had been in the digital world for a long time were really hard for me. And instead of asking in my true stubborn, ridiculous fashion, I wouldn't ask. I'd be like, I can figure this out. I can figure this out. And every day for 2 weeks, I would plug around at it and I wouldn't have the answer. And then I would buck up the courage to ask in our group, because we have our own group of amazing people that are super knowledgeable and love to help. I would finally type in the question and ask, and within an hour, I would figure it out. Even before anybody could respond and tell me the answer, I'd figure it out. And it happened over and over and over again. And I think it was because I just needed to ask. I needed to open myself up to seeing the answer and ask the question. Ask for help. That is something, and a recurring theme in my life, that I need to ask for help as I'm working on this huge project. What I thought was going to be a little summit for supersizing my business in my group has turned into this gigantuan, probably 3 or 4 part women's summit involving hundreds of speakers. I thought it would be 30, and so far I had 30 lined up before I even asked anybody. Now I've asked the question of a group that I'm involved in, and I got 100, at least 100 more. And maybe all of them won't be suitable or won't want to do it, or it won't be a fit for them with any of the themes yet, but down the road, maybe it will be. And I have not even had an opportunity to reach out to my Dream 100 and talk to any of them yet. And I'm really excited about that because I really want to make this more of a grassroots effort instead of just finding influencers and amazing people that already have built their businesses, although I want to interview some of them as well. I don't want the whole summit to be them, because that discourages, as much as it should encourage us when we see somebody else doing something super successfully, we don't see their whole journey. So we don't see all the effort and time and energy and work that they put in to create what it is that they've gotten. All we see is them on the top of the mountain. And I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes the gap between, and the distance between where I am right now and the top of that mountain seems so far away that I don't believe it's possible for me, because all I'm seeing is them on the top of the mountain. But if I see people at different stages all along the way climbing that mountain, that gives me hope and courage, and encourages me and makes me know and believe, wholeheartedly that I can do it too. And so part of structuring this summit is making sure that we include people at all different levels of creating their own business and being the example for other women that are watching and listening in on the summit. So as you can tell, it's all about the women. It's all about the Women's Summit. And I'll confess, my secret reason for doing a Women's Summit was twofold. Number one, I realized very recently, and I should have known long ago, but it's much easier for other people to see things in us than we see in ourselves, that I was not speaking to anyone. I was speaking to everyone. One of the major sins of online world is trying to speak to everyone instead of speaking to my ideal customer and picking my ideal customer and just speaking to her. And I want it to be her because my whole life has been all male-oriented and male-dominated industries. It's just been the industries that I've been involved in. And I love that, but I also know that there's a whole different culture and power and essence in working with women. And I want to empower women who have struggled, because believe me, I definitely struggled in different aspects and different periods of my career. I want to empower women to help one another and pull one another up through that process and realize that we have such amazing, unique, special gifts and a different way of looking at the world than men do that needs to be encouraged and highlighted and brought into the light of the world versus shoved down and hidden and treated like it's not right just because it's different. Kind of a personal thing. And so I wanted, number one, to narrow my focus and be speaking to the right people. And then I also wanted to build more relationships with women because I have lived in a male-dominated world. Most of my relationships and most of my customers right now, I will say 90% of my customers right now for my particular business are men. And that's awesome, but I want to work with more women because I think that I've got a message and can set an example for more women as well. So that's what I'm working on today. In addition to no interviews, I don't do interviews on Sunday. I don't know why, I just don't. I like to do my interviews on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then if I have overflow or we have scheduling conflicts, Thursdays and Fridays. And that gives me time to focus on my other projects as well. And then the weekends are kind of just my selfish time for focusing on my projects. I do a little bit of coaching, but I don't do any interviews. I stick to my personal students and then my projects, things that I want to work on, my passion projects, because we all need to have those as well for growing and building our own businesses. So what are you working on today? What do you got going? If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, just message me and ask the question. If I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you. I will put you in touch with the right person that can give you the answer or help you with the next step of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Because so many people have helped me out in that way by me bucking up the courage to ask the question and asking for help or just saying, hey, I'm stuck on this. I know you're an expert at it. How do you do this? And actually, amazingly, I did that on Friday. I posed a question. Somebody challenged me to get 5,000 people and 5,000 sets of eyeballs or traffic on a new website that I just created, a new funnel step that I just created using no money, like spending $0. And they've challenged me to do that. So I just started. I'm in the process of doing that. Although this weekend I got waylaid and I've been working on the Women's Summit more than, actually I did nothing on that. However, the cool thing about that is a woman friend of mine who's going to be in the summit is a bot expert, a chat bot expert. And she offered to use me as a case study and set up a bot for this particular thing because she needs an example of a case study for a new site that has a bot attached to it. And I need free traffic to my bot. So how cool is that? By putting it out there, all of a sudden an area of expertise that I don't have and I've been personally pushing against because I know it would be a distraction for me. An expert in it came to me and said, hey, I will help you do this for your thing in exchange for you helping me and letting me use it as a case study for my thing. How cool is that? Win-win. And it doesn't cost either of us anything but time and energy. That is free. I mean, it's not really free. It's our time and energy, but it doesn't cost any dollars. And that's the challenge is I can't spend any money to bring traffic to that. I don't know what I'm at for traffic. I'm going to have to look this morning. Again, I didn't share it yesterday, and I need to share it. I need to be interacting with people, and I need to be doing my podcasting. And you know what? That just reminds me, I just did all of my morning shares, and I didn't share that link. Hello? So I'm publishing like a mad person, and I never do my call to actions or share my link. Do we think that that might be an improvement area for me? Yes, absolutely. So speaking to a clear group of people and audience that I want to serve and help. Hello, number one, improvement area. Number two, telling them how I can help them and serve them by offering what it is that I can help and serve them with. If I'm not clear on what I can offer and how I can help people, how are they going to know what I can help them with? They're not, because a confused mind says no. Even my confused mind says no. That's it. Go out, make it a fabulous day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.